Hey fish friends, Zenzo here from Tazawa Tanks, and today is an exciting day. Today I am going to be unboxing my Cyprichromis that I had ordered from Geiler Aquatics, and I'll put a link to their website down in the description below or in one of the comments. But as if you've been watching my other videos, you know that this is kind of my African Rift Valley. Sorry for the glare. It's 12:30 in the afternoon in California. But this is my Tanganyikan tank. This is my Malawi tank, obviously. And I'm building another Malawi tank over here. It's going to be Mbuna, and this is going to be all peacocks. But anyway, this is my my Tanganyikan tank. Currently have Lamprologus multifasciatus in here that I also got from Geiler, and I am going to be adding Cyprichromis. So the mail didn't even arrive yet. It's Monday. I saw the mailman parked in the shade across the street and saw that he was taking his lunch break, and I know the mailman, so I ran over there and said, hey, I've got a case of fish in your van somewhere. So he opened the back and got it for me, and I ran home with it. So he hasn't even delivered the mail yet, so not worried about bills and things like that. Just wanted to get my box of fish. So anyway, I haven't opened the box. I'm going to take you through the unboxing. Okay, going to open this bad boy up. I'm assuming that these are packed very well. We are on the West Coast. It was a warm weekend on the West Coast, so there shouldn't be any temperature issues. So here I just have information, my invoice, and this is how they pack the box. So a normal cardboard box with styrofoam inserts. Here's the lid, and looks like there's a heat pack. There's a heat pack that's taped to the underside of the lid, and it's what, April, beginning of April. I'm just gonna put this down here. It's beginning of April. So it's warming up, but you know, Washington State, which is where Geiler is located, is a little bit colder than California. But the heat pack still is warm, a little bit warm. It's about 72 degrees inside my house right now, and this is definitely warm to the touch. So it's there's still some heat in there, which is great. Got a mess of confetti. I'll have to vacuum up before my wife gets home, but regardless. Okay, so I had ordered eight Cyprichromis Leptosomas. I think they're also called the Kerenge Islands. They're juveniles, they're unsexed, so they should be 1 to 2 inches in size. And here's the first one, and the first one is alive and swimming. There's also a little, I forgot what they're called. I know Rachel O'Leary did a video on those little pad things. I forgot what they are, but basically what they do is it's a little filter element that you put inside of the package, and it absorbs any harmful dissolved elements in the water, and that just makes it better for fish. And these are in breather bags, and I believe last time I got a little bit of flack from some folks on floating them in the tank due to the fact that they're breather bags. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to set them out. One. Bag number 2. Another healthy looking fish. Looks like it's got about 2 inches in length. A little bit tiny bit bigger than, longer than some of my multis, but I've got some big multis in there. So bag number 3. The fish is alive. It's hard to see and with all the stuff, but again, another healthy juvenile. Bag number 4. A little bit smaller, but again, swimming around and looking healthy. Bag number 5. That's a nice, good sized one in there. So if you're familiar with the Cyprichromis, they're also kind of commonly called like the sardine cichlid in Lake Tanganyikan. They school in the thousands, I believe, and they color up really nicely. These are juvenile, and plus they've been in the box for a couple of days, and so there's no color. But in the coming weeks and months, I anticipate those to be growing and coloring up nicely. And sometimes they have some beautiful blues and purples, kind of hues to their scales, and then yellow tails, yellow fins. So that was 5. A little bit of moisture inside of this box, but I'm not too concerned because the bags are holding water. Here's number 6. Number 6 is also looking spry and healthy. Number 7. Number 7 is doing well also. So we are 7 for 7. I'm very happy about that. And we've got a couple more bags in here. Number 8, same thing. Healthy. In my experience is Geiler Aquatics, they're a great breeder, and they tend to ship extra. So I ordered and paid for 8 of these, and it looks like they've shipped more than 8, and that's from what I understand in my experience, that's kind of their kind of method of operation to ensure that the customer receives their fish as ordered. So if there are any losses, they still get the amount and quantity that they had originally asked for. So here we have bag number 9. Bag number 9, another swimmer, doing well. And all right, so it looks like I've got 9, and nothing else in the bag, just confetti and paper. I'm gonna save this styrofoam because that's awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 of them. Oops, sorry. 9 there laid out. I ordered 8, so they sent 1 extra, and they are all doing well. So hopefully they do well as I transition them into the tank. With other here, I'll just move this here. I apologize for the glare, but yeah, like I said, it's the middle of the day here. So with other tanks or with other fish, like if I pick up a fish at my local fish store or something, I would float that bag in a tank to get the temperature to level out between the bag water and the tank, so that there's less of a temperature shock. But in this case, because they're breather bags, I understand I'm not supposed to do that. So I'm just going to let them sit out, and let them sit out probably for, well, the box was warm, so I don't really know if I need to do that since there's a heat pack in there. And like I said, it's already 72 inside my house and warming up. So I think what I'll do is I'll just get this stuff cleaned up, and then I will transfer them into the tank. And the way that I do that is I just cut open the plastic and dump that over a bucket with a net in between. I catch the fish and I put the fish directly into the aquarium. Now, in a lot of situations, I would quarantine the fish. you know, especially if you don't know where they come from, or if you have something that's sensitive and you don't want to disrupt the balance of the tank, to avoid introducing any diseases, things like that. And I have had a couple of situations in the past, not from Geiler, but just in general, where I should have quarantined the fish and I didn't, and I paid for that with some losses. So, but like I said, these the multis that I have in this tank that you can see, they also came from Geiler. If you've seen Corey from Aquarium Co-op, he has a video where he does a tour of the Geiler fish room or facility, and it's exceptionally clean. You can see how all of the fish are housed. These fish are bred there, so it's not like they are an importer where they're getting fish shipped from Florida or from Asia or South America or something, and then turning around and then selling them to me. So I'm very comfortable with the way that they breed the fish and house the fish and take care of the fish. They were very, we had a few emails back and forth, and they were, really wanted to make sure that everything was right and correct with this tank before they shipped the fish. So they were very, Carol with Geiler Aquatics, we, communicated about pH levels and what the fish are used to, and temperature, etc. So I am just going to go ahead and introduce these directly into the tank once I get everything cleaned up here and get set up. So I will film that portion. All right, I'm back. I've gotten everything together to get ready to transport these fish into the tank. So I'm going to unbag them individually, dump the water, and transfer the fish directly into this tank. All right, there's one, free swimming. The multis look a little curious. All right, there's number two. That one seemed a little skittish. Number three. What I'm noticing as I'm holding them up close is I can already see some purple coloration on the scales. That's exciting. Okay, so as I do this, I realize it's taking a lot of time, so I'm going to go ahead and just pause here, and then I'll finish up the video once I've unboxed everything and put them all in the tank. Okay, well, I've got all the fish introduced into the tank. Just going to move a little bit closer here. The only issue I see is just that the shellies are very territorial of their area, so any intruder is going to be chased away, and so that will stress these out. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the lights off and try to calm this tank down. But they're all in here, they're all swimming around, but I've got my shellies chasing them around. The dominant male here is doing it. I saw one on the other side, so I'm going to go ahead and shut it down and kind of create a quiet environment for them, dark, and then I will be doing an update on this tank soon. Thank you. Okay, well, it's been several hours since I introduced the fish to the tank. After I put them in the tank, I shut all the lights off, and I actually covered the entire tank in a big blanket just to kind of create a really dark environment. Everything kind of settled down. Came back later, turned the lights on, did a very light feeding, and all of the fish were eating, all 9 of the new Cyps, and did another light feeding a couple hours after that. So everything is good to go. You can see a lot of activity there at the top right, because I've got one of the multis is doing a lot of chasing, as you know, or if you don't know. Shell dwellers are pretty territorial, and they will guard their little shell area most ferociously. So a little bit of chasing, but all the Cyps seem to be doing fine. I have 9, as you know. One of them kind of only comes out during feeding. I think he or she is hiding in the plants there on the top right. I've got some plants growing out of the background there on the far right. But other than that, everything is excellent. Very happy with the shipment. Very happy with the fish, and looking forward to the coming months as they grow and color up. Just a couple things about this tank. It is a Tanganyikan tank, so higher pH. I'm trying to keep it about 8.2 to 8.4. The good thing for me is that my water comes out of the tap at about 8 to 8.2, so it's pretty easy as far as keeping Africans, and then I just use the Tanganyikan buffer just to make sure that I'm keeping it in the mid-8s, as they do like it to be, much higher in pH, mid-8s to into the low 9s. So other than that, I'm sure you've seen the other videos. As far as filtration, I have a canister filter with a sponge pre-filter. I also have a sponge filter on one of my power heads in there. I've got 2 power heads. I also have 2 air stones behind the background for additional water movement, and everything's doing very well. When I did a water change. I do a pretty well, all my tanks. I do weekly water changes on all my tanks, and they vary from 30% to about 65-70% on the big Malawi tank. And I did about a 30-35% water change on this one a couple days ago, and excellent water parameters, very low nitrates, obviously no ammonia or nitrites as it's cycled. The nitrates were right around, I want to say about 5 parts per million, so it was, very, very small amount. Now with the, bigger fish load, more food, more waste, I can anticipate having that creep up a little bit, but there's, they're not very big fish. So anyway, other than that, just look forward to future videos and clips on this tank. I've got a whole bunch of fry in there, shelly fry. I have no idea how many I have. It just seems like there's been an explosion of fry. There's easily 40 or 50 fry in there. So That should be pretty exciting as they move around and establish their own territories. And of course, I'm going to have to give some away to some of my friends in my fish club. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and love to hear your feedback. Hopefully you too have a Tanganyikan tank. Thank you.